First Coast News is shining the light on 12 inspiring individuals who are doing good work in our community.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Love you.
Love you too.
Good deeds sometimes go unnoticed, but today we are thanking these amazing individuals who are doing amazing things.
I never look for stuff like this. Again, everybody that helped me get to this point should be sitting around here getting interviewed as well. It's an honor.
And honoring these inspiring individuals is what tonight is all about. And inspiration can come from anyone.
It's almost a circle, because somebody came to me and talked to me and encouraged me. That gift that they gave to me and the gift that I already have with God, right? I tried to pass that on to encourage them. I know it's hard, but you can do it.
Yes, you can do it. Anyone can find a good deed to do for someone in need. And that's exactly what our 12 Who Care recipients are doing all across the First Coast.
When we see a need, we try to fill a need.
Do as much as you can, for as many as you can, for as long as you can.
What reason are we here on earth for if we can't help others and make other people's lives better? So that's my job.
Our 12 Who Care honorees bring hope and passion into our lives.
It makes me a lot more passionate about the things that I do.
I always tell people to stay blessed, because they're blessed they woke up this morning.
They are not, alone in this thing, and that there is hope out there. There's somebody out there that cares about them.
Passionate, caring, inspiring. Just some of the words we can use to describe these individuals.
She is an inspiration. She gets what service means and what it means to other people.
And this inspiration is what brings us all together.
Being around people who are different from you, you figure out that you have a lot more similarities than you originally thought, but you also can appreciate your differences.
And for the first time,
it's only through God I can do this. I can smile.
We celebrate a lifetime of achievement. We honor Judy Zell with the 12 Who Care Lifetime Achievement Award.
This is a First Coast News On Your Side special presentation, the 12 Who Care Awards. Sponsored by Paramount Builders, improving our community one home at a time. Now from the Blue Sky Golf Club, here's First Coast News anchor, Jeannie Blaylock.
Welcome, everyone. I think you're going to like what you're about to see. We are here with our 12 Who Care Award honorees. We're having a fabulous evening, and I can't wait for you to see their stories. Because let me ask you something. Do you ever get sick of all the violence and problems these days? Well, tonight we see the good in our community. Good folks doing amazing things. So let's begin with our first honoree. You may know her because she carries her son's legacy. Carmen Townson is the mother of JT, who is paralyzed on the football field. After he passed away, Carmen did not stop the good work. Here's Heather Crawford with Carmen's story.
Carmen Townsend's imprint on the First Coast can be seen in the smiles of children like 4-year-old Luke.
We want to give back to our community. We want to give them hope. We want to give people like Luke and other children the chance to be normal, to ride a bicycle, to enjoy life.
His new adaptive bike is giving him that opportunity.
Oh, look at that.
It's such a blessing to our family to get this bike, to have somebody who loves and cares so much for our community.
It's a community Carmen says took care of her family after her son suffered a spinal cord injury while playing football for Episcopal High School in 2004. JT Townsend was 17 when he was paralyzed from the neck down, but that didn't stop him from making a difference.
So there is nothing impossible that he could not do with the grace of God. And I just thank God for the prayer of everyone who got involved, because it does take a village.
Her son started the JT Townsend Foundation to help children and adults with disabilities improve their mobility and quality of life. In 2013, he died suddenly. Carmen is carrying on his legacy.
It's almost a circle, because somebody came to me and talked to me and encouraged me. That gift that they gave to me and the gift that I already have with God, right? I try to pass that on to encourage them. I know it's hard, but you can do it. Boom, boom.
Carmen is the giving chair of our organization, so she is the heart and soul and face of our organization. She really is the epitome of offering hope to others in the community.
Had 3 of them at one time, wow.
Since its inception, the J.T. Townsend Foundation has provided more than $1.3 million through services, adaptive equipment, and therapy to help families on the First Coast.
I get the opportunity to be a servant. I get the opportunity to meet other people who have gone through similar situations as myself. I give an opportunity to be a witness.
It's her faith that has sustained her, a faith that has led her to make a difference.
I'm excited to give it to you. Faith is hope. Faith is doing the impossible. I believe with the J.T. Townsend Foundation, it's by faith. Because I believe that we are doing the impossible.
Helping more than 800 families so far, she is continuing to pay it forward with a heart full of gratitude.
JT, give back. Anyone had to do with the J.T. Townsend Foundation. Anyone had to do with JT, other Townsend Found. I am grateful. I'm grateful for your generosity, your time, your monetary, your prayers, your thoughts. I am grateful. Hallelujah! I'm thankful. I am.
Our next honoree is a veteran of the United States Navy. Barb Kent has dedicated her life to serving others with a special focus on children. She volunteers with middle and high school youth programs. She hosts foreign exchange students, and she's worked as a foster mom. Atia Collins talked with her at Fernandina Beach High School to learn more about her mission to give back.
Okay, everybody, we're about to start the meeting.
Each Interact Club meeting here at Fernandina Beach High School starts with the Pledge of Allegiance and reciting the group's guiding principles.
Will it build goodwill and better friendships, and will it be beneficial to all concerned?
It's one of the many lessons these high school students learned from program co-leader Barb Kent.
Miss Barb never isn't doing something. She is running around helping whoever she can. I've never seen her chilled out and not doing something. She's always on the run. What can I help with? What can I do?
What reason are we here on earth for if we can't help others and make others people's lives better? So that's my job.
Kent's service to others started in 1981 when she joined the U.S. Navy. She spent time in the Bahamas, Italy, and London before retiring from service in 1998. She then moved to Fernandina Beach, but never lost her desire to serve others.
Retirement, I don't do retirement. There's too many people that need help and too many people that say no to fun adventures.
Kent has been a member of the Fernandina Beach Rotary Club for more than 20 years. She also volunteers with the local Veterans Treatment Court, but she says her biggest calling is helping children.
They're our future, and if you can put a little sparkle in a kid's life and they see something totally different, you just show them a different window. And they, wow, I didn't know I could do that. And you say, of course you can, and we'll help you.
She's opened her home to youth in need as a foster parent. 6 children have stayed with her, some growing alongside her son.
My son would see these kids come to our house with holes in their shoes, with clothing that hasn't been washed in weeks, and his eyes were just wide open. And that kind of gave me the idea of helping kids, because kids need advocates. And you have to fight hard to get those kids to have a good life.
She is involved in the local teen court program where she helps misdemeanor youth offenders get criminal charges removed from their record. She also hosts foreign exchange students. 14 have stayed in her home, including Elma Ness, who's from Sweden.
I have had to be able to take more responsibilities because she treats me more like a person and like another human being.
than just someone she has to take care of.
Kent's dedication to children and her advocacy for youth and veterans is why she's a 12 Who Care Community Service Award recipient.
There is nothing better than that feeling of giving to someone else. Just time. It's not like I have a lot of money, but I give them my time and love on them and tell them you can do it. It's not about me, it's about the kids.
Our next honoree is a boots-on-the-ground warrior for homeless folks at the beaches. Keith and Nelson had the chance to shadow Tracy Jabo through the streets of Jacksonville Beach on what he calls a typical Sunday morning on the Love Patrol.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, you get some rest, okay?
Reaching out to people where they are.
Have you been to the mission house yet?
Tracy Jabo
Anybody need socks?
is here to serve.
Oh, you're good, babe. Here's the second one.
Ask around the beaches area and you'll quickly find out.
Breakfast and lunch, okay?
There's something special about this guy.
Thank you.
His Sunday mornings begin here at McDonald's on 3rd Street.
All right, Tracy, here you go.
Simple exchanges with a smile.
You're welcome.
Setting the tone for Tracy's Love Patrol. With his buddy Joker in tow, Tracy rolls through the streets of Jack's Beach.
Thank you. All right, love you.
Handing out
I love you.
what he himself once needed.
Nice, some socks, babe. Yeah, he loves to give kisses.
Tracy rescued Joker just as a friend once rescued him.
Once I decided that enough was enough and I needed to just outwardly say, hey, listen, guys, I'm sleeping in my truck. I'm hurting here. And immediately, within, I say 24 hours, things started turning around. I know you, Captain.
The economy crashed back in 2008 and virtually so did his world.
All right, brother. Good seeing you. Next thing you know, the economy crashes and, you know, everything that I knew was in the construction industry or on a fishing boat. And neither one of those things were hiring. And so that was tough. There you go, young lady.
He gets it.
Thank you, baby.
Knowing what it was like to need.
You like egg?
To feel and hear words many of us use sparingly.
Love you.
With the help of local churches, groups, donors, and volunteers.
Hey, baby. How are you doing?
Thank you, I'm okay. Tracy's able to do this.
Hey, Bubba.
And so much more.
How are you doing?
Forming the Jack's Beach Brothers Keeper organization.
You doing good?
Arranging cold weather shelters and compassion nights.
What's up, troublemaker?
One night for showers, meals, supplies.
You want one more?
And shelter for area homeless.
Thank you, guys. Love you. There's some really, really good people at this beach. They treat you like family.
Thank you.
It's good seeing you, sweetie.
Family outside of blood, brothers and sisters, granting Tracy the opportunity
you stay out of trouble.
to patrol
Do your thing.
with love.
Like all of our winners, Tracy, you deserve our thanks for the love that you show people who really need it. And love is what drives our next recipient. She took her grief and turned it into compassion for others. Justin Clark introduces us to Tina Gray.
Oh my God, here we go.
This is Tina Gray. She worked with children for years in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's busy, go, go, go.
And so is she.
I'm always a go, go, go person, you know, and then all of a sudden something like that happens and your entire world's flipped upside down. So
that something was the death of her 20-year-old son.
Well, my son Trevor Gray was murdered on January 2nd of 2019.
Her life was forever changed.
All of a sudden, my calendar, which was always filled, was empty.
Empty because her focus turned to dealing with her family's necessities. People grieve in different ways.
In so many different ways, yeah.
Her grief took on the form of action.
Yeah.
First Coast News on your side.
Gray kept seeing news coverage of people.
I can tell you right now, police are telling us that a 7-year-old boy has been shot.
And people were dying like daily, shootings, you know, and so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to create something, you know, to bring these families together.
So she started a group called Compassionate Warriors. It's made up of other families.
Mostly moms.
Who have also lost loved ones to violence in Northeast Florida. The Compassionate Warriors headquarters is Gray's home office.
Okay, so.
Photos of lost loved ones adorn her walls, and so do pictures of the events she's organized. The group helps families pay for burial costs, provides meals right after the killings. They conduct
a celebration live candlelight vigils.
On the deceased child's birthday or anniversary.
Typically, I would go out and just pop in on the mom.
And she stands tall during the intimidating court procedures that inevitably follow crimes.
And I'll go to court with the parent if they need support.
The group is also reaching out beyond their own sorrows. Compassionate Warriors makes food for a group of poor elderly, and they also pass out food to the homeless in Jax.
It really helps in the healing process too. Just the feeling that you get inside about doing something for somebody else, that helps with some of that grief that you're feeling, you know.
But last year, more bad news.
I was diagnosed with triple negative BRCA1 breast cancer, which is highly invasive.
Chemo, surgery, and more treatment for the past year. It's been one battle after another for Gray, and yet she smiles.
That's that warrior I was telling you about. You just keep going.
She has started a breast cancer component to Compassionate Warriors. All these personal trials has strengthened her community work.
It makes me a lot more passionate about the things that I do.
Last year, Gray moved from the hustle and bustle of Jacksonville all the way out to Keystone Heights in Clay County, population 1,500. She used to live just a mile from the corner in Jacksonville where her son was shot, passed by it almost daily.
And I didn't realize how much that was really weighing on me. But now that I'm away from it, and it's not constantly going through my head like it used to.
She has now made a memorial garden on the side of her house for crime victims whose families she's come to know. She still travels to Jacksonville for Compassionate Warriors and has set up projects in Keystone Heights as well.
And it's quiet out here. And
quiet, something that Tina Gray did not know what to do with when she first lost her son. But that quiet has turned into support she is now sharing with other families dealing with violence, whether it's in the form of a meal, a visit, or a smile.
Life is short, you know.
Tina Gray is such a deserving recipient for our 12 Who Care Awards. And we do have an update on Tina, and it's a good one. She is now cancer-free. Hallelujah.
The First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our 12 Who Care Awards. Our next honoree is a Ponte Vedra High School graduate. Her name is Alexis Magnano. First Coast News On Your Side reporter Taylor Levesque shares her story.
Being around people who are different from you, you figure out that you have a lot more similarities than you originally thought, but you also can appreciate your differences.
Alexis Magnano is a founding member and former co-president of Jax Thrive, a tutoring and mentoring peer-led program for refugee students in Jacksonville.
It's a lot of fun. Hanging out with the children is amazing.
She says the organization has greatly impacted the local community.
We had over 250 volunteers serving, I think, around 300 students.
Magnano graduated from Ponte Vedra High School and is now a Robertson Scholar at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and Duke University. She's hoping to further the impact of Jax Thrive in North Carolina.
Durham is also a large refugee hub, so I think that having different people with all these backgrounds would be a great way to kind of connect everybody and maybe help them experience something that they haven't seen before.
She also founded Volunteen, a social media platform that connects students with other volunteer opportunities, and established a program called Smart Art that supports nursing home residents and homeless families. Magnano was rewarded with the President's Volunteer Service Award and received the Unsung COVID Leader Award from Leadership Jacksonville in 2021. She says she is grateful to be nominated for 12 Who Care.
I think that it was amazing seeing that people in my community are appreciative of the work that I've been doing, and I think that it's a great way to advocate for the programs that I've been working for.
Our next 12 Who Care honoree is a community activist who makes sure that young students do not go hungry, always going above and beyond for others. That's how family and friends describe Angela Seabrooks. First Coast News On Your Side reporter Cheyenne Cole sat down with Angela to see what motivates her.
When we see a need, we try to fill a need.
It's a lesson Angela Seabrook says she learned growing up on a farm with her parents and 5 siblings in South Carolina. She met her husband, Dallo Saku Seabrooks, while working in Atlanta more than 20 years ago.
We delivered 300 meals a day to people with HIV and AIDS to make sure they had food to go along with their medications.
And they moved back to his hometown of Jacksonville in 2001. Angela's location changed, but her passion for nonprofits did not.
Ever since then, I always had a job that helped someone in another aspect.
Today, she advocates for children's mental health in schools as a program coordinator at United Way of Northeast Florida. Hoping to eliminate food deserts in the River City, Angela and her husband established Urban Geoponics. It's a nonprofit planting fresh fruit and vegetables in community gardens.
A lot of people were mainly shopping at Family Dollars, Dollar Tree, stuff like that. So we started our nonprofit to start doing community gardens to give people access to fresh fruit and vegetables.
Dallo says she's been blessed with a loving, generous character.
We embrace the challenge of making things better so that our children and our friends' children and our grandchildren, our nieces and our family can enjoy the city that we live in.
A graduate from the historically black Spelman College, Angela says education is a top priority while raising the couple's 2 boys. And not just for her own children. Every year, she prepares college kits for first-generation and homeless students.
All of them love. This is a major milestone for some of them to be able to go off to college. They're the first ones to go off to college. And to show them that we support them and we're proud of them is something we wanted to instill in this.
Her friend Twyla Prindle says she's watched the program grow over the years.
You know, it started off with just one little duffel bag, and you put in maybe like towel set and a comforter in there. Now it's grown to like luggage and everything you need in your dorm.
For Angela, the best part is the students' reaction.
Seeing their faces and seeing how happy they are and surprised.
A woman with a nurturing heart and a problem solver.
She's always looking out for other people. So like even if we had a conversation now and you were expressing, well, yeah, I heard this happen, in her mind, she would be thinking about, okay, how can we solve that?
Angela's friends and family say her impact on the community stretches far and wide.
If you see somebody else struggling, don't turn a blind eye to it and look the other way. Always try to give. If you have it to give.
What an amazing night to honor all of these inspirational people. A quick break, and we'll be right back.
You're watching the First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards.
Welcome back to our 12 Who Care Awards, and I'll tell you something. I like watching people be nice to others. I know that sounds simple, but it's a big boost to me, and I hope that you're getting an uplift as well tonight. Our next recipient is in St. Johns County, but she makes an impact all across Northeast Florida. Malia GBA started Pie in the Sky back in 2009. She had $200 and 12 seniors to feed. First Coast News On Your Side reporter Destiny McKeever shows us how her organization has grown now. It is feeding thousands of folks in need.
Well, Pie in the Sky was founded in 2009 as a way to fill in the cracks down in the small farming town of Hastings. It's a fresh, healthy alternative for our seniors that they can, like I say, just pop in the microwaves.
Let's start at 2009 when Malia GBA started getting fresh produce for seniors in need out of Hastings. Her operation grew each week, and now it's been over 14 years with lots of hard work.
I get people that call me all the time, seniors, and they just call to say, God bless you. I wouldn't eat if you didn't bring me food.
Ordered shelving units from Amazon.
Malia and her team bag up fresh produce to give away to senior citizens now based in St. Augustine. She says she wanted to give back after noticing her mom and dad use their life savings once they got older and became ill.
These folks are one catastrophic illness, one catastrophic home repair, one recession away from not being afraid to die, but being afraid to live.
And Malia doesn't work alone, but her team acknowledges the force she is. They say not only does she have a vision, but she works to make it real.
She is an inspiration. She gets what service means and what it means to other people. Malia always says to me, you know I couldn't do this without you. And I say, I know, and you couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without you.
And as the Pie in the Sky continues to grow, the words on this sign ring more true. Here's how you can help.
$20, a couple of tomatoes, come volunteer. Everybody can do something to help fight this problem of senior hunger.
And now to our next 12 Who Care honoree. He has spent his entire adult life serving his country, his community, and thousands of people around the world that he's never met. Rich Donnelly introduces us to Dave Quirk, a man whose life revolves around service to others.
For as long as he can remember, Dave Quirk has lived by a simple motto.
Do as much as you can, for as many as you can, for as long as you can.
But his life of service began decades ago. Quirk entered the Naval Academy in 1962. He served on submarines for 6 years after graduating from Annapolis and retired from the Navy as a captain in 1993. After serving our country for 31 years, he stayed involved in the military as a civil servant for another 15 years and made data and processing systems more efficient. But that's when his life really took off. Quirk is the procurement coordinator for the Pet Mobility Project at Penny Farms, although he's quick to joke that he doesn't build the carts.
I don't know how to use my hands very well.
He and 70 other volunteers are involved in a group effort to build carts that give the gift of mobility to disabled people across the world.
We've now built 14,000 plus right here at Penny Farms since 2001. We basically do 800 a year now.
Carts made in Penny Farms have been sent to 45 different countries around the world. Oftentimes, the recipients of the carts will send back pictures with smiles now that they can move on their own throughout their village.
It's the paycheck. It's really what keeps us all going.
Outside of the pet carts, Quirk also leads a team that does the taxes of more than 200 residents at Penny Farms, helps coordinate medical directives for other residents, helps to organize honor flights, volunteers as a hearing officer at the Green Cove Springs State Attorney's Office, and even joins his wife to serve breakfast in the assisted living wing of Penny Retirement Community.
It's just been a real pleasure to be here at PRC. I sum it up in one sentence. We're a family of 500 brothers and sisters, and we take care of each other. Because everything we mentioned today, I'm not doing it alone. It's a team. Together, everyone accomplishes more.
Dave Quirk, a living embodiment of his motto.
Do as much as you can, for as many as you can, for as long as you can.
Those are words to live by that inspire all of us. Do as much as you can, for as many as you can, for as long as you can. How about that? Well, our next 12 Who Care honoree is Steve Nix. He grew up in Jacksonville and stayed to raise 2 daughters with his wife, Carrie. His love for our city shows through his work with the J Fund, a charity started over 25 years ago by former Jaguars head coach Tom Coughlin. For 13 years, Steve has helped raise millions of dollars for families of children with cancer. First Coast News On Your Side reporter Andrew Badillo shares his story.
Season tickets, if you count them, I'm missing one.
You'll learn a lot about a man from his cave.
Of course, in '96, what we did was incredible as well.
Since the early AFC Championship days, Steve Nix has loved the Jaguars, as shown by his man cave. But it doesn't overshadow what's in the corner.
My pride and joy is over here in the J Fund. I have my hops that help. We do some growlers, we do cans of beers, we do glasses or whatever as prizes. Roscaloosa, Songwriters Festival, incredible. And then just the golf.
For the last 13 years, Nix has been chair of the Tom Coughlin J Fund Golf Tournament, where money raised goes towards helping families of children with cancer.
Yeah, we raised right at almost $900,000. It's not really medical side of things. It's the gas cards, paying the mortgage, keeping the lights on. Once they get diagnosed, they give them a big book. They took us through it one time, and it's just incredible.
For Nix,
the best running back in the league for that time period was Fred Taylor.
The tournament and love for the Jaguars meets in his man cave.
This past year at the golf event, he was texting Tony Baselli inside the audience and said, hey, let's make this event a little better, and we'll go to dinner with these folks if they bid on this item.
Nix is a 12 Who Care recipient for his work with the J Fund.
I never looked for stuff like this. Again, everybody that helped me get to this point should be sitting around here getting interviewed as well. It's an honor.
You learn a lot about a man from his cave. Steve Nix's cave shows a man who cares.
The First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards, sponsored by Paramount Builders, improving our community one home at a time. Welcome back to the First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards. Once again, here's Jeannie Blaylock.
Welcome back to our 12 Who Care Awards. Our next honoree has a heart to help those who are homeless. She offers them food and clothes and practical stuff that most of us just take for granted. Lisa Barton is working every day to help, and she is inspiring her friends and family to step up too. First Coast News On Your Side reporter Tristan Hardy finds out what called her to lead by example.
Like a pair of socks or something to eat.
It takes a village.
For Lisa Barton, paying it forward is her calling. Her pedigree of community service spans over 20 years worth of work. But in the last 4 years, she's upped the ante.
Each and every one of us have a gift and talent that we were blessed to come on earth with.
Barton's gift is providing shoes to neighbors without a home in Jacksonville, where she organizes a shoe drive known as Soul to Soul.
One of us cannot do all of anything. It takes all of us to collectively to make a change.
Her efforts don't stop at shoes. Barton stays ready to serve, whether it's offering food, paying for a bus ticket, or helping someone apply for veteran assistance. She even keeps a storage unit full of donated clothes, just in case.
But it's about just meeting them where they're at and identifying their needs.
Through her work, Barton is inspiring her family and friends to be a part of the solution to solving homelessness.
I always tell her, you know I can't do all of that, but I just want to get in where I could fit in. And it just makes me feel so proud of her. I just, words cannot describe.
At times, Barton is reassured she's putting in the work when the people she's helped are giving back too.
They are not, alone in this thing, and that there is hope out there. There's somebody out there that cares about them.
Slowly but surely, creating the village where people look out for one another, because Barton cares.
A boomerang of positivity. What one Jacksonville woman puts out into the world, she sees come back to her in full force. And there's an interesting story about how she wound up with the current job she has. It's all about a messed up Burger King order, really. Renata De Gregorio introduces us to this mother of five, Doria Smart.
That's my little ones.
If ever there was an embodiment of the saying, what you put out into the world, you get back,
They make my day, I tell you.
it would be Doria Smart.
I always tell people to stay blessed because they're blessed they woke up this morning.
As an example of the positivity she radiates, this anecdote. Then we'll talk about what Doria says she's blessed to be, a mother of five, thanks to her adopted and stepchildren. But first, the anecdote.
So I was working at drive-thru and Burger King on University, and this lady came by and we messed up her order 3 times. When everything was done, she asked to see my manager. She says, nothing wrong, but what are you paying her? I want to hire her. I'm the head of human resources at Shands Hospital. And I almost died. It was like a whoa.
Doria says that happened to her 4 more times.
Crazy.
She was working 3 jobs at the time. Shands is where you'll find her now, helping people who don't have insurance get health care. The person who nominated her for 12 Who Care says they have never met anyone who cares more about their clients.
We had to go through this program with my mom, so I kind of understand it a lot.
She also understands what it's like to have 88 people expected at a family reunion and Tuesday family game nights with
Brandy and Braylon.
2 of her 5 kids she didn't think were in the cards.
The pastor came and told me, he said, you're going to have about 5 kids. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. I'm almost 40. And sure enough, I ended up with 5 children. This is a whole new experience with them because now my 12-year-old's a preteen and oh, God, I wasn't ready for that.
What she is ready for, taking on each day.
That's my baby.
With a full heart.
I hope I don't get into pet adoptions next.
From her home to where you may need her help at work, where the positivity she puts out into the world comes right back round.
And they gave me here at work. I had a baby shower here. I had 3 baby showers. They surprised me. That was a good moment at work.
So, Doria, we all want to say thank you for being such a positive light in so many lives. And coming up, our first ever 12 Who Care Lifetime Achievement Award. It's going to be pretty special.
Stay tuned. The First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards will return in a moment. Once again, here's First Coast News On Your Side anchor, Jeannie Blaylock.
Now it's time to recognize our very first Lifetime Achievement Award. I've been a reporter now in Jacksonville for 38 years, and I've interviewed hundreds, probably thousands of people, and this person stands out in my mind like nobody else. She could moan and groan about her struggles, but she never does. I mean, every time I'm with her, she lifts me up. In fact, she lifts up everybody around her. Her name is Judy Zell. So let me take you inside her church. We surprised her there with her award.
We just appreciate you guys and all your support.
A big surprise for Judy Zell.
We appreciate you.
We all
appreciate you.
I love Ruth. Oh, but there's something nobody here wants to face.
Oh my God. Judy, we love you.
Oh, we love you so much.
So, hugs and love.
This is overwhelming.
So much gratitude for Judy. The woman behind the foundation called Champions of Hope. With her husband Tommy and PGA golfer Fred Funk, the foundation has raised $3.5 million for Mayo Clinic to fight pancreatic cancer.
I am so proud to live in a community where people like you exist.
It took the life of Jackie's grandma.
I don't know you, but I already love you.
Judy helps because she has pancreatic cancer herself.
And you bring us all in. We love you. Love you so much.
But despite years of surgeries and chemotherapy, she worked to raise those millions for Mayo researchers, making progress to find a way to catch it early. Critical, because most patients, 88%, die within 5 years of diagnosis. For Judy, though, it's been 9 years since she was diagnosed. But that brings up what nobody wants to talk about.
Guys, it's our life.
Judy, though,
our story.
She will. She'll talk about it with courage.
I chose to stop all treatment. It was making me so ill. I tell everyone that I have been given an expiration date. You know, I don't know what the date is, but I know that it's near.
She tells me hospice is set up and ready now.
I am so at peace with it.
And she talks about heaven, the first person she wants to see.
JT, first of all, I know he's up there pulling for me. Oh my gosh. We're gonna dance.
JT, the Episcopal High School football player paralyzed on field.
He was 17 when it occurred and became a quadriplegic. And he told me, you know, it's God. It's only through God I can do this. I can smile.
JT inspired Judy, and she became board chair of his JT Townsend Foundation to help those with disabilities. Then in 2013, JT suddenly died. His mom, Carmen, heartbroken. But watch this. Carmen wanted to come to share her heart.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the good Lord to have you as a friend, a sister. Thank you carry me. You carry me. I was in a dark place, and you helped me through it. And I just want to say thank you.
And you can see Judy Zell, way more than a fundraising genius. And she is still giving back. She brought a check.
JT Townsend Foundation, $150,000.
That's a lot, but so far the total, $1 million from Judy's work to continue JT's work to help children.
Thank you. This right here will change the lives of many of our disabled community. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord.
And for husband Tommy,
I'm thankful to the Lord that He put you in my life so that I can learn to love in so many ways. We will live one day at a time, and I promise you, I will love you more every single day.
And from all of us at First Coast News, our new 12 Who Care Awards.
So you are our first Lifetime Achievement recipient.
Oh my goodness, thank you
so
so
much.
Cheers for a champion. And this champion, an author now.
It's on the cover.
Her favorite cross on the cover of her new book.
I know that the reason that I'm here is because of God, and He's granting me this time.
And prayers for Judy Zell will stay with us a lot longer.
So to Judy and all of our winners tonight, you are remarkable. You know, it's great to volunteer at one race or at one event on a Saturday. That's good. But these folks, they wake up every day not thinking about how many likes they're going to get on Facebook or what they can do to benefit themselves. They are focused on others before themselves. They are the true gems of our First Coast.
The First Coast News On Your Side 12 Who Care Awards. We'll be right back.
We want to thank you for joining us for our 12 Who Care Awards tonight. If you would like to see any of these inspiring stories again, you can visit our website at firstcoastnews.com and be thinking of the person you'd like to nominate for our awards next year. From all of us at First Coast News On Your Side, have a great night.
At Paramount Builders, we appreciate taking part in the communities we live in. And that's one reason we're proud to once again be the sponsor of 12 Who Care. My grandma always said it takes a village, and the examples we've seen here tonight are just that. These are some of the everyday heroes that make our communities a better place to live in. At Paramount Builders, we're honored once again to be part of this recognition program, and we're grateful that choosing just 12 was a challenge, based on all the incredible stories that were shared. We know that many people rise to the occasion every day, and many go unnoticed, and so we thank all of you as well. My wife and I try to teach our children every day that every one of us has something important to give to this life, and this world is a much better place when we all do our part. Thank you to all those recognized as 12 Who Care.
This has been a First Coast News On Your Side special presentation, the 12 Who Care Awards, sponsored by Paramount Builders, improving our community one home at a time.
Well, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are here tonight. You know who the stars are tonight. You are the stars of the evening. And at First Coast News, we are honored to honor you.
They really did roll out the blue carpet here at Blue Sky Golf Club. It is absolutely stunning, all the decoration. And if you don't know, the 12 Who Care, they are all nominated by their peers, friends, family members for doing such great things in the community. Their generosity knows no bounds.
Everyone has always supported every single thing that we have ever done. When you can help another person who's in need, it's the most wonderful thing in the world.